happy to be here tonight. 12 years ago, I contracted a virulent case of bed bugs. It was 12 years ago, guys. Look, nobody flee the area, okay? I'm cool now, I'm cool. Anyway, I attended a family wedding reception right before I became aware of this and unknowingly spread them to a few family members. Ever since then, well, let me put it this way, Lucifer himself would have an easier time getting invited to Thanksgiving. It's okay though, it's okay. Family is overrated. I found it's much more fun to spend Christmas crying hysterically while vacuuming and advertising free hand jobs on Craigslist. I'm totally kidding. I'm always charged. Yeah, if you tell people you've got bed bugs, the only friend you'll have left is Jesus. The good news is he promised never to leave you nor forsake you. Kind of like the bed bugs. Oh, Jesus knows what it's like to have bugs. After all, he was a Semite. Jesus said it is better to give than to receive. I'm pretty sure this is what he was talking about. He also said if your butt itches, just turn the other cheek. And if you weren't Christian before your infestation, you sure became one afterwards, baby. I tell you, man. As you can probably imagine, maintaining an intimate relationship next to impossible when you have a bug condition. Luckily, my boyfriend was a Skid Row crack addict at the time. His list of exes would have given the Orkin guy nightmares, okay? There was the Sharpie sniffer with fleas, the homeless chick with lice, the prostitute with crabs and scabies, and then of course he met me, the ailing massage therapist with bed bugs. I'd like to think that dating me was actually a step up for him, though, because at least I had a bed, okay? I couldn't get rid of the bugs on my own, so I hired a few professionals. There was ex-Terminator 1, ex-Terminator 2, ex-Terminator 3. None of them worked. I finally ran up the black flag. But speaking of infested beds, I recently heard about a Victoria's Secret model who is suing the Embassy Suites because she received over 90 bedbug bites when she stayed at their hotel. Personally, I never understood why guests sue the hotels for bedbug incidents. I mean, it's not the hotel's fault. You know who you sue? The numbnuts who slept in your bed the night before. That's who you sue. Man, hotels are notoriously infested. And apparently, sober livings and libraries are too. You wouldn't think that a sober living and a library have much in common. But in fact, they're both places that people go when they're totally out of options. And why do they call it sober living anyway? Because by the time you get there, that whole living part, she's gone, folks. A lot of the addicts checking themselves into sober livings are carrying bed bugs from the streets or the Embassy Suites. Then all the mattresses in the sober living get infested and the staff can't afford to replace mattresses constantly. So when the new addict complains that he feels invisible bugs crawling on him, they get antsy. Are you sure you felt bed bugs? Because it sounds like you've been smoking roaches to me. Maybe it's time for another piss test. And speaking of roaches, those cockroaches you saw in the kitchen earlier, they're not real either. And libraries are infested too. Patrons come to libraries to check out books, then they take them home, and where do they read them? In bed. Libraries don't exactly attract the Air One crowd, okay? And it stands to reason that if the only way a person can afford to read is by sharing books with other poor people, washing their sheets every week probably isn't in the budget either. So some patron gets bed bugs, he doesn't wash his sheets, he puts his library book down on the bed, and the pages of the book get infested. Those library books, they're promiscuous. Just saying, they're in a lot of beds. Instead of turning pages, they're out there turning ticks. And once these bugs reach adulthood, they can't be killed. They cannot be killed. It's like Alien and Predator got together and had tiny little babies. Then the itchy patron checks his books back into the library, except now they're on the keto diet and have green acid for blood. Meanwhile, our addict can't get any sleep in sober living. He's too afraid to check into a hotel. He certainly can't go to bars. So he figures the library will be a nice, safe place to relax. Nobody told him the library was a whorehouse. Or that his decision to open Lord of the Flies was going to make him Lord of the Flies. I think the answer to this bug problem is pretty obvious. Just stay high and stay dumb. Mr. Toastmaster.